morning. It's cold in here this morning. So I'm going to make myself a hot cup of coffee. How's everybody doing this morning? Good, I hope. I hope so. I guess I can't complain right now about anything. Well, I could, but it wouldn't do me any good, right? So, this morning we are going to make breakfast. I'm excited. There's a couple of monsters in there. Somebody's getting addicted to monsters. That would be my husband. But he can't hear me because he's got his headphones on. I probably have 2 cups left of the Starbucks. Two cups of coffee. Just because I mix it. Just a little bit. Try to do that one more time. Yeah, it's about one more cup of coffee and then I'll be out of that. I think this time, this round, I'm going to spoil myself and just get Starbucks. And I'm searching my house high and low for the things that I am missing. I just don't understand how you can move 4 doors and lose stuff in the process. Oh, I probably could. I wonder. Because this is so old. It really needs to be redone. So I'm going to start doing that. I have some sandpaper. So what I'm going to get is one of those plastic painting tarps and lay it underneath the table. Construction zone. And redo this table. I'm going to redo it. It's going to be very cool. I might not be able to replace the cracked tiles, but the rest of it's going to be very nice. And I think if the rest of it's very nice, you won't notice the cracked. Like this one's cracked a little bit right there. You can't even feel the crack with your nail. It's so. And then this one as well. That one you can feel. Under here, there's a big. This is like a big old chunk out of it. Kind of upsetting, but. Because I'm not sure I can replace these tiles. But the other option is I could just redo the whole table and put different tiles in there. That's an option. I do have, what do I have? I have those mirror. Hey, babe. Babe. Babe.
Yeah.
Hey, we have, you mentioned something about the square mirrors. The square mirrors.
The square mirror.
The box of mirrors.
Yeah.
Tiles. What do you think about putting that in this? No.
A little weird.
Yeah, it would be with the mirrors, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. So I need to measure these tiles and see if I can find what there's 3, 6, 9, 30. I need 30 tiles. So I wouldn't mind doing like black and white, like checkered.
Yeah.
You think that'd be cool?
Yeah.
That'd be cool. Yeah. Maybe we'll do it like that. see if I can save a little bit. Well, we still have to get tires for the car. So after we get tires for the car, I can start on the table, you know, and maybe buy a little bit of black paint or
Yeah.
black stain to start with. But we really need to get the tires. You know, babe, I'm almost thinking if we buckle down for like 2 weeks, we could get the tires this week. We could pay the rent, right? And have a lot of money left over, actually. Probably five or so $100. Spend $250 on the tires, and then pay the other on the electric and the phone. And then the next week we'll pay the car.
Okay.
Because that's not actually due until the 12th. And you have a 10-day grace period. So if we paid on the 16th, we're still on time because we're within the grace period. Sound good?
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds good to me too. Because we really, really, really need to change those tires.
Good boy.
Because haven't you already put, what's that stuff called you put in the tire?
Fix a flat.
Fix-a-flat. In one of the front tires?
Yeah,
So the back tires are
right
new.
front.
The back tires are only a year old. So I really would like to get the front tires before too long, you know.
Yeah.
I can just drive over here to Discount Tire on, well, depending on what day your check comes. Have we checked the bank this morning?
I haven't, no.
I haven't either. I'm going to do that real quick. Well, sad news. No payday today. Maybe tomorrow. Friday for sure. If not tomorrow, Friday for sure. All right, so we have, hey babe, what do you feel like? What do you feel like? We got bacon, we got potatoes, we got eggs, we got 2 eggs. We could do French toast, we could do pancakes, bacon and eggs with hash browns.
Bacon and egg with hash browns.
Sound good?
Yeah.
All right, better start on the potatoes first. So, if you would like to join me in cooking breakfast, that would be wonderful. Cheers. Good morning. Cup of coffee is always the best cup of coffee. Even if it's not Starbucks. Or in my case, Bigfoot Java. Since I live in Washington State, Bigfoot is a big thing. That and the Seahawks, 12th man. I am a 12th man. Actually, I'm a 13th woman because I'm only a part-time 12th man. I only do that part-time. I don't mind football. My best friend played women's football for a lot of years. So she played on the Seattle Majestics women's football team, and she played on the Tacoma Trauma. I think it's called Tacoma Trauma Women's Football League. But yeah, she traveled all over the place. I drove her California once and Vegas once, and I drove her to another one. I can't remember where it was. Yeah, football was fun. Oh, I think that one was in Oregon. Yeah, I think that one was in Oregon. Okay, so I have this bacon, which is, I took it out a little while ago. It's not quite thawed. So I'm going to thaw this in a cold bath. You want to do cold water. I mean, you would think hot water, but you don't want to do hot water to thaw meat. And you really shouldn't even do it this way, but I do, so. But if you're going to do it this way, use cold water. this cold water. Get enough water in here to submerge it. And I usually set something on top, something so it will stay under the water instead of float. Crash Boom Big. And it has to be something with a little bit of weight, so I'm just going to do that. Let's just put these dishes away real quick, because they are making an awful lot of noise. Okay, so are we going to be using the oven? Maybe. So I'm going to set this over here for now. And I think there's other pans in the oven. I gotta remember to, no, but I do those. Okay, I got one there. Am I using them all? One, two. Huh. Where, oh where has my new pan? I'm using two of them right now. Oh, and there's one in there, so I'm still missing one. It came with 4, right? No, no, yeah, it came with 4. Everything always comes with 4. So the small casserole one. That's interesting. Oh, brought it in the house a week ago and I am missing a piece. Isn't that crazy? Not in there. Doesn't look like it's in there. You would think it would be in the, oh, I know where it is. It's in the freezer. Okay, so that didn't really turn out how well. I think that's gonna have to go in the trash. Okay, so let's get my hands washed here first. First and foremost. That won't take long to thaw. I'm gonna make it a hickory maple hickory or something like that. I'll make sure. This is probably the last day on this stuff. I might look for a little, I have a white one in the bathroom that sits empty. I might put, it's like a pump. And put the Dawn soap in there. Look at all my soap on my hands. It's gonna white because it's had the bacon on there. There we go. Yeah, I'm struggling to get this to where either too hot, too cold, too hot, too cold. So let's just wash the rest of these dishes real quick. And after I put the clean dishes away, I was just gonna wash my hands. So the potatoes take a while. So we're gonna, maybe we will try boiling them first and then grating. So I think we're gonna do it that way. So I really don't have anything, peppers or onions or anything like that. We're gonna need that, and I think we could probably get away with using this pan here. So we're going to start off with boiling them. And, you know, you don't really wash off your food. So, I'm going to start with cold water. And I think this way is a lot quicker and easier than the oven way. But the oven way is, I really like them. We're going to go with the front burner and get that water hot. And we only have the 3, so we're going to use all 3, and hopefully there'll be enough for the 2 of us. I think it'll be fine. Put that over there. Burn the cleaning agent off the burners. I clean the stove. And this stove, like you can see every fingerprint. It drives me crazy already. I gotta figure out how to do it. I've been using window cleaner, the foam window cleaner. I don't think it's working well until you get extra virgin olive oil spray all over it, and now it just is smearing the oil. So I gotta like clean it repeatedly. Okay, so I think because I'm gonna I will be grading them. I'm just gonna quarter them, and the only reason I'm blanching them in the water is because, yeah, so maybe I'll do it like that, right? Yeah, I'll do it like that. So just getting some of the starch out. That's all I'm doing. And then I'll grate them. So I'm just taking the sticky out if I could, you know. So you don't want starchy hash browns. This is a big one. We're going to do this one in 6 parts. Yeah, I'll just do that side. That side was bigger than that side. So we're going to put these in the water. We don't want to splash water all over the place. So just gently put them in there. I have an eye on one of these. There it is. Uh-oh. There we go. Oh yeah, you can hear it. Is that a rock? I think it's a rock in the potato. Not too far-fetched, I don't think. I'm going to set it aside. It's very interesting. I've never, ever had that before. One time we were out eating. I can't remember what restaurant we were at. Even if I could, I probably wouldn't say where it was. But we were out eating, and I ordered baked potato was part of my order. And when I got the potato underneath all the butter and all that, the potato was like a bunch of vines were growing through it. Oh, it was the weirdest thing, and it was kind of gross actually. And I'm thinking to myself, there is no way when the cook cut that potato open didn't notice that. And you're just gonna lather it with butter and sour cream, and then what? Hopefully I eat it and not see it? Like, are you kidding me? It was, the whole potato was just a bunch of, it looked like roots. Like vines of roots, yeah. And I'm just like, really? I said, and so I said, I'd really like to talk to a manager about it. Because it's not just, I understand that potatoes aren't perfect and some come bad, but the cook had to have seen it, and that was my issue. So when the manager came, I said, he said the same thing, you know, potatoes, I said, you're right, absolutely. Potatoes come, you know, they grow on the ground, they grow in the dirt and all that. I get it. It's not the potato I'm upset about. I'm upset about the fact that the cook, there's no way he could have missed that. He cut the potato in half. Unless he's wasn't totally not paying attention to anything. So that's what I was mostly upset about. But I mean, what can you do, right? Hey, babe. I'm gonna make them cheesy. Oh, I'm gonna make them cheesy. I'm gonna make them cheesy today. I got a little bit of that grated cheese that I think I should probably use. I got some fruit and yogurt in there that I need to eat. So I might have that. So I'm gonna make them cheesy. I'm gonna make them cheesy, man. Cheesy, dude. And we're gonna have bacon and eggs. What kind of eggs are we gonna have? Kind of depends on how many eggs we have, on what kind we're gonna have. So we're gonna boil that for just a few minutes. I have it on 8. You could just snap it up to high. It kind of clicks in when you. I really like this stove. It's so nice, except for the fact that these belly things, they're filthy, and there's no way of taking them off. They're part of the bottom piece. So I would just have to scrub them on there. I mean, I can take the whole burner off, absolutely. I probably should do that. That back one's really bad. But that's where the oven vents too. So let's see how many eggs we have. We have enough pans, we could just cook everything at once. That's funny. I've never been able to just do that though. So what are we looking for? Eggs. Oh, there they are. They're way up there. There's a couple of things I need to clean out of the refrigerator as well. There's 4 eggs. I think we'll have fried eggs because then we can have 2 each. Yep, so we will be using the rest of our eggs. I'm gonna go over to Walmart today anyways. You know, I do a little bit of shopping even before we get paid. Because I know the check's right around the corner. We don't have the full rent anyways, so we have to wait until the 7th to pay our rent, unfortunately. It's because of a late fee. Maybe, maybe not. Just depends. We should call her today and let her know. He can't hear me. He's got his headphones on. I just talk to him and he never hears me. That's not true. He's an awesome guy. I love him. And he's mine. Don't even think about it. That was just a little tiny bit of my narcissistic ways. Not really. I don't act like that really. I think in the past I have. He would probably agree with that. Okay, the potatoes are boiling. I'm just not sure how long I'm gonna boil them for. So, until I have these ready, I don't think I'm gonna move forward yet. Unless the bacon is thawed. It is thawed, for the most part. So I cook it in the oven. I'm gonna cook it on top of the stove this time. I have another. The problem is I can't have all the big pans because the little burners don't really work with that. But I think This might be enough time. I don't know. Just want to boil a little bit of the starch out. I don't want them to be soft. They'll turn soft when I fry them. But I know you can hear those little bells. Did you hear those bells? It's the part to the oven. It's so weird. Okay, so we can boil it a little bit more. Doesn't look like a lot of starch is boiled out yet. Oh, you know what I noticed? The burner started to. Oh. Huh. Now it's not even boiling. What if you have to heat up It's still on high. Come on. Should have just stayed hot. Like I didn't turn you off. But I think it's a safety feature in this oven, unfortunately. Like what the hell, right? I need the burner to be hot to finish my potatoes. Are you seeing this? My potatoes are not boiling when they were just at a rapid boil. It won't go back on. I don't know. Turn it off, turn it on. Okay, there we go. The ticking is getting faster now. I wonder how long it actually takes to heat up, because if it's going to have that safety measure when it cools off, when you take the pan off for a second, it should be a rapid heat up when you put the pan back on. You're like, okay, I won't be taking it off anymore until I know for sure it's done. I have a habit of taking it off to check it. I think it's because I don't want to get burned, but alright, I get it. There it started. It's coming back. Oh, see, it heated up really fast when I turned it off and turned it back on. So that might be the trick. Or just leave it on the burner so it doesn't cool down. But I think that's a good safety measure, absolutely. Oh my gosh. But if you're gonna leave the burner on and something on the burner, I don't think that safety measure is gonna help when you get in your car and drive away and your stuff is like this, you know. So it's not like, might be giving you a little bit of a false sense of security. It would have to be. This would have to be taken off the stove for it to be. And I think what I'm going to do is grade. I'm going to grade and slice some of the cheese. Because I have some bulk cheese in there. Well, not bulk cheese, but block cheese that I'd like to grade. And even if I mix it, this alone is not very good. I don't know why I buy it, but if I mix it, that will be okay in there. We have sliced cheese. We don't have like sliced pepper to that. But I do have pepper jack here. Maybe I'll make omelets. So yeah, that is boiling nicely. And I'm just going to check it while it's boiling. Might burn myself, but hey, oh yeah, I think, you know what? I'm not sure, but I think just another minute on those, because I don't want them, I want them less cooked than al dente. So I definitely don't want them soft. That might be plenty of time. I see there's a lot of starch coming out. I'm not sure how much, but I think whatever's left, we'll slice into slices for sandwich or snack or something. This rock away. It's just kind of interesting to me. If need to study that rock. I won't get no answers, but it's just something I like to do. Okay, these are done. We need to strain them. Strain them and fry them. Strain them and fry them. I think I can use my little strainer. And not have to get out my big one. So we're gonna let those cool off. And a little jolt. Then, I don't know where all that water came from. Did that go onto the counter? Onto the counter. Soapy potatoes, anyone? Anyone? Soapy potatoes. I'm gonna rinse them off. They won't be soapy. I'm a doofus. Alright, these are good. Just gonna hang them right there for now. They have to cool off a little bit, so while I'm waiting for that, I can get the pan ready. So I've put a cube of butter in here. So when I'm getting my pan ready, I don't always have to go to the refrigerator to get my little dab of butter, my dollop of butter. So there we are. Maybe a little bit more than that.
Maybe what? Hey.
Frying the eggs, making omelets. I could make cheese omelets. Bacon and cheese omelets. Bacon and cheese. I have no onions, and I don't think I have any peppers, but I'm gonna check and see. Let's see, I can probably turn this burner on to maybe 6.5. So between medium and high, less than halfway to high. I don't know. Everybody's stoves are different. I don't know if I have anything else for. Oh, I have. Yeah, I can use those. I can use those for sure. What is this? Pumpkin cheese. That's for the pep. That is for the jalapenos I have in there. And is this green? I got green pepper. That can go in with the hash browns. Green onions for the olive. For the I'm gonna make omelets, 2-egg omelets, and I got green onions for that. I'm going to cook the bacon first because I need to put bacon in the omelet. That egg will be for the omelets. Let's see what I got. What else do I got here? I think I'm going to fry the bacon in. I'm going to use my big frying pan for the bacon. A lot of the times I do the bacon in the oven, but it takes a long time for it to be done in the oven. What did I do? Oh, that's weird. Something is holding up the door. I don't know what it is. Alright, it's my big one. It's my big one. Alright.